Hey, guess who's back? Bo Gadget. I know it's been a while since I've been back on, but I've been kind of out checking out some of the different type of lenses. Of course, to some of my favorite cameras, and of course, you guys who've been watching some of these videos that I've been putting out. One of my favorite cameras is, of course, the Nex7. There it is, Nex7. One of my favorite reasons why I like this camera is because of the interchangeable lenses. You guys know when I first started out, I had the Nex3 again, still have it, refused to give it up. Going to have it for a long time, sort of a test camera. I shoot with the Canon cameras, but I use this camera when I'm out and about, going downtown in the Chicago area, in the neighborhood, just taking good pictures, driving my kids crazy, constantly taking pictures and videos. But anyway, let's move on. Last time we checked, I was checking this camera. I was buying adapters for some of the FD lenses that I was using on this camera. Of course, one of my favorite places that I go to all the time is Photodiox out of Waukegan, and they do an awesome job in getting some of the different type of adapters to use with some of the older lenses out there. Well, guess what I've got my hands on? Believe it or not, one of the old lenses, but a very good lens by Carl Zeiss, which is the contact lens, or the Sonar 90mm. Look at that baby. 90mm Carl Zeiss. Look at that. Beautiful champagne color magnesium alloy. Here's the contacts for the automatic focus. Just an outstanding lens. If you guys don't know, the Contact cameras came out years ago. Very expensive cameras during the time, but right now you can relatively find some of these lenses at cheap prices. But this one came in a very good price, 90mm, very good portrait style lens. Looks very good on the camera, but let's get started. Now you're saying right now, how do I make this connect? How do we marry both of these? Well, again, good buddies at Photodiox came up with a really cool adapter known as the Contax G to Nex adapter. There it is right there. Hope you guys can see it. If you notice, this particular adapter has sort of a alloyed wheel on it, and you see it spins. That's because it operates the manual focus on the contact lens, and I'll get to that shortly. But look at that. Well designed. Again, our good buddies over at Photodiox, but that is really good adapter. Of course, in the past I've gotten other ones for them, especially my FD adapter. I've got a couple of them, which is really good adapters. But anyway, let's get going. One of the first things you want to do, again, the Nex camera, remove the cap. Always remember to keep a cap on these cameras to protect the mirror on the inside. That's precious, and that's what makes the camera really go. But again, these adapters are made so easy to work with these cameras. Just a matter of lining up with the dots, as I always show you guys. I really kind of show just the basic of how to make these things connect, because you have to take your time. A lot of guys are very heavy-handed. Just take your time lining up the dots there that are on here with this, and once you line it up, and just listening for the click sounds, making sure that everything's connected. Look at that. Perfect. It's locked in there perfectly. Then we're going to go ahead and add the showpiece. Now, again, same scenario. There's a little red dot you're going to see at the very top, and the same dot on the top of the adapter itself. And we're going to make sure that they merge very carefully. There it is. Just sort of turning it slightly until you hear a sort of click sound. I don't know if you kind of heard a little click sound, but it's locked in perfectly. Always want to check it. And look at that, man. Again, you know how I feel about when you put these old retro lenses on this new technology, and it's almost like a Picasso of art. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And you've got a 90mm lens. There's your aperture dial. Now, how do we make this thing focus? Well, here's the unique thing about this particular adapter. As I'm turning the adapter, you're going to see how the camera starts to retract a little bit. I mean, sure, see the lens. See how the lens is starting to retract? Look at that. I'm going to try it again. Look at that. Unbelievable. That's how that looks. Just so you guys know, if you guys are out there, if you got old contact lenses hanging around, I believe there are 4 of them that came out with this particular camera many years ago, but that's how it looks. Nex7, Contax G, Carl Zeiss Sonar 90mm For those who haven't had a chance to see how this really works, there it is. It works perfectly. And you know what I'm about to do now? I'm going to be heading out and I'm going to start shooting. So, you tell me if you think this is a good idea, which I do. Listen to that. Good image. I'm on my way out to go shoot. So, just in case you wanted to know if the Contax G lens works with the Nex 7 series, there it is. And we go one more further. Let's see how this looks on the Nex 3. For you guys who are still holding on to the older model lenses. Nex 3. Again, the adapter is still on there. Now listen to the click. And look how it looks on the Nex 3. Same thing, a little bit different, but it works. Full Gadget here, signing out again, testing my lenses out. As always, if you guys need to know if they work, there they are.